Honorable Senators, Governor Kawira has come before you with dirty hands. She deserves no favor. She deserves no kindness. She deserves no kindness before this particular house, before this Senate. She has come to you with dirty hands. She is not even remorseful that a toddler was born in a Karai when there is just an adjacent health facility. If there will be no any other reason for sending Governor Kawira home, please remember the fate of that particular child. Remember the fate of that particular mother who got embarrassed on that particular day. Remember the interpretation that was done, that men and women had to make sure that young children do not go near that naked woman to see her nakedness. How many embarrassments will this house be treated to? Isn't that something that we need all to take cognizance of? Was that video proving failure of service delivery? Who is responsible of delivering those services if it is not Governor Kawira, who has proved on oath that she has failed? Who else should we hold accountable? Who else should we hold accountable? Should she even be allowed to hide behind the cultural card? She has said and submitted that it's the culture of the Meru people to become and to look down upon women. I believe honorable senators who are present before this honorable house, including the senator of Meru, is a family man. There must be a woman in that particular house. If the senator is a misogynist, how does he live with his wife in his house? How does he live with his daughters in his house? If it is true the people of Meru are masculine, how do they multiply and perpetuate the Meru generation? That is a blatant lie. She shouldn't be allowed to hide behind issues that are not founded either in law or in fact. She must be told, it's now time for you to go. She must be told, we have given you 2 opportunities, you have failed to reform. She must be told, the Senate has listened to you severally, but you have failed to conform. She cannot conform, she will not conform, she will not reform because she is not a reformist. She does not understand the story of a reformist. Or what she understands, as indicated in her submissions and evidence, is that the county government, the county assembly is telling the story of the single story. Which other single story have we told the Senate other than the single story of the violations of the Constitution? Which other single story have we told this House other than the story of the suffering of the people of Meru County? That is a single story. We have no another story. It's a single story of the suffering of the people of Meru County. They are craving upon you, honorable senators, to save them. They are craving upon you to save them from all these blatant violations. On the question of refusal to implement the recommendations by the county assembly, you might want to ask yourself, why the failure? It was not a coincidence. It is by design, because it's the conduit between the governor, the chief of staff, and the county secretary. That web must be in existence for Governor Kawira to exist. That is why it was impossible for her to implement the report recommended by the county assembly. Those are her conduits. If you find any mismanagement, any embezzlement, any failure of good governance, look at that web. It must be maintained for Governor Kawira to continue transgressing the county. It must be maintained for Governor Kawira to continue perpetuating the suffering of people of Meru. Why is it so difficult for her to implement that report? Why is it difficult for her to see that there was necessity for her to implement that report as recommended by an equal arm of her government? The answer is one. She needs that network for her to perpetuate illegalities that she's perpetuating currently in Meru County. When put to task whether the reports and why they were not implemented, she simply said they were not sent to me. Evidence was led that yes, they were submitted to her, they were received in her office, and she blatantly refused to act to it. Why? I think and submit that she does not understand the weight behind accountability. She does not understand the weight behind transparency. She does not understand the reason why there is a rule of law in this country. Count 2 on misconduct. Yes, she acknowledged that she made those particular statements. She said, yes, she made those statements about the 86 million. She acknowledged misleading the people. She acknowledged that there was not only one account and that whatever she was saying was falsehood. If a leader cannot be held account for the statement that they make, then where is this country going? We must tell the current generation and the future generation that it is important to speak the truth, that it is important to stick to the way of the truth. That is what is right, that is what is just. Did Governor Kawira maintain the path of truth? Did she stick to the path of truth? Did she do what is right in the circumstances? We submit that she willingly veered away from the path of truth. The evidence of the window, and may he rest in peace, was never tested. None of them cross-examined that lady. Her evidence went uncontroverted. Is it usual for a defense counsel not to test the veracity of the evidence of a witness who is putting up a case, and a serious case such as this one? It is not usual. They only knew that they have nothing to cross-examine that lady on, and that whatever she said is therefore truth. And as such, we submit that Article 10 again was proved which speaks to values of and principles of governance. Among them, the value of good governance, the value of integrity, the value of accountability, the value of transparency. How can a person lead a county if she has a deficit of integrity, if she has a deficit of accountability, if she has a deficit of transparency, if she cannot respect the rule of law? How can she lead the county? The county performance is premised on the laws. It's premised on the rule of law. If she does not respect that rule of law, is she then worth her salt? Look at Article 73 of the Constitution. It's paramount when seeking to establish whether or not this allegation has been substantiated. It speaks about the authority assigned to a state officer. It speaks about public trust must be exercised in a manner that is consistent and demonstrate respect for the people. Does that video and the conduct that was exhibited before this assembly demonstrate respect for the people? Does it bring honor to the nation and the dignity of the office of the governor? Does it promote confidence, public confidence in the integrity of that office? We submit that the conduct exhibited by the governor, through the evidence of the witness that was not controverted, flies over the face of Article 73, and that does not breathe confidence. It does not demonstrate respect for the people. It does not indicate integrity. It does not bring honor to that office. If she cannot honor that office, why should she hold it? If she cannot honor that office, why should he keep it? If she cannot honor that office and she has no dignity for it, why should she keep it? Honorable Senators, I urge you to find it that provision has been proved and has been substantiated. On the question of paying Kiambi's Christas Manyara, it must be remembered that she has admitted on oath that this Kiambi Crispas is a person who works in the office of the county governor. She has admitted on oath that evidence has been laid that he is one of those people who are accused for the murder of and the slaying of Sniper. Put to task why he continued to earn his full salary while still in custody for 6 months, she simply said, "It wasn't me." When will Governor Kawira learn to be responsible? When will she ever learn to own up for a mistake that is so glaring such as this one? She takes no cognizance that money was spent unlawfully. She takes no cognizance of the provisions of Article 201 of the Constitution. Honorable Senators, Article 201 is paramount in the manner in which the resources of this nation are governed. Article 201 speaks about the principles of public finance, and it provides that there must be prudent use of public finances. Was this one way of prudent use of those resources? Why should a person who is in remand continue to earn a full salary? Why should actions not be taken for a person who perpetuates these violations? It speaks about openness and accountability, including financial integrity. Was that the best way of applying the meager resources? Honorable Senators, as I pen off, I urge you to fight it, that this act and conduct must be attributed to the governor. There is clear nexus that the governor knew that this person is in custody, having worked in his office. It then is responsible of the governor not to know that a person attached to her office is not in office for 6 months. How responsible is that governor if the governor cannot learn that a person who is attached to her office is not present? How can she be allowed to get away with this? This is a governor who is incapable of running the affairs of Meru County. We ask you, Honorable Senators, and we humbly submit that you pave way for her to have another person manage the affairs. This is not about being a woman. Accountability is not being a woman. There's nothing to do with being a woman when you are called to order. We are all called to allegiance, to play allegiance to the Constitution. It's so easy to tell a lie, but so hard to maintain the same. Telling a lie is the easiest bit, but telling the truth and pretending that you are lying is so hard. Success and any other success requires that an individual must accept responsibility. Kawira Mwangaza must accept that the county is not functional. It is not functional courtesy of her misdeeds. Accepting that one has failed is not a sign of weakness. Accepting that one has failed is not a sign of weakness. It's rather a signal that is being directed towards that particular person to check her true north. As I sum up, accountability is when you accept responsibility for the consequences of your actions. Accountability is when you accept consequences for your actions. And the consequences for the actions, as proved by the County Assembly, demands that Governor Kawira must go. As I sum up, and I want to repeat what I earlier submitted, that for there to be proper running of the county government of Meru, Kawira Mwangaza must go. For there to be services, proper delivery of services in the county government of Meru, Kawira Mwangaza must go. For the women of Meru County to access maternity services, Kawira Mwangaza must go. For the babies of Meru to be saved from the embarrassment of being born in Akarai, Kawira Mwangaza must go. For proper running of the Meru County, Kawira Mwangaza must go. It's only proper for her to leave to pack and go. She has demonstrated incompetence. She has demonstrated her inability and incapacity to deliver services to the people of Meru. We urge you, honorable senators, to fight it in our favor and send Governor Kawira home. Let her not hide behind other leaders. Let her not say that political leaders have instigated this motion. She has not brought as a witness any person, including any affidavit swearing that the senator of Meru County is behind this impeachment. Let her not play the victimization card. Let her not hide behind victimization. Let her take responsibility for our actions. Na kila mtu atauchukua mzigo wake mwenyewe.
Council, this is a house with rules.
I submit.
Yeah.